everyone. Welcome back. Hi. We're again here in Rohan's studio talking about matters that are very important to everyone and especially business owners. We are all striving for balance, and while we can admit some things, others are crucial, and that has to do, for example, with our health. I've had this journey 20, 30 years. I've been battling with my health, with my weight, and I finally discovered what works. And Rohan, as I found recently, has also been taking steps that has worked in his favor. How old are you?
I am 50.
See? He doesn't look a day that he is 50. Now, the reason that I'm asking, and this is so important, because after 30, our hormones start to change, and that is estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and by the way, I am 46, I'm very close, and a lot of my friends after about 35, 40 have knee aches, they have extra weight, they have all sorts of diseases. I'm sure that a lot of your friends are in the same boat. And
Diabetes, yeah.
in my 30s, it was about my weight, but now it's not about my weight, it's about my hormones, because it affects my productivity, my happiness, my lack of any depressions, my health. All the women can relate that I will soon become premenopausal woman, and it is very important. Some things change, and just this summer I lost 27 pounds and I keep losing them, but again, it's not about the weight. So I think I've said enough that it's very important, and I want you to share your experience, what has been working for you. And because I see that you have a ton of energy, you look better than any guy that is 50-year-old.
Oh,
But I mean, okay, like seriously,
yeah,
right?
no, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
So what has worked for you?
Well, I have struggled with my weight as well too. Like being of West Indian descent, you know, my parents are Jamaican. Anybody that knows Jamaican people and the Jamaican food is some damn good food. Not the healthiest food.
It's delicious.
But
I love
we're
Jamaican
talking a lot
food.
of oils, a lot of starch, sugar. It's just rampant for like diabetes and heart disease. When you think about it, when you're young, not so much. When you're young, you know, you can eat those things and you just get up and go. But as you get older, it takes its toll on you, right? So
100%.
So when I was younger, I was very heavy. I grew up with weight problems, and a lot of my relatives, it's the same thing too. We all kind of grew up thick, if you want to call it.
Yeah,
And,
big bones. They said, Anita, you just have big bones.
Yeah,
Actually, don't.
But we're a thick set of people, and the unfortunate thing is as my elders, my people in my family, they age, put the weight on because they don't change their diet, they don't change their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they just get thicker and more bigger boned.
Which is here and there, but then, diabetes comes in. All those diseases, people need to have a bone replacement, hip replacement, knee replacement, because they can't carry themselves. It becomes sad, and it takes away from you as a business owner. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to get up.
That's right. So I've always struggled with lack of energy sometimes too, and as I got into my older years now, I always found that it was always interesting that I would, eat breakfast and be tired no matter what I ate, Like you're good for a few minutes, get in the car, driving to work, and he's
lethargic.
Yeah, you just want to fall asleep, and and I don't understand why. And then I started researching a few things, looking at a few things. You go for diets. People tell you, stop, eat this, don't eat that.
The diets don't work.
No, and you're constantly searching. And it's this, it's that, da 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 da. But anyhow, one thing I tried was just fasting in general, and it was I don't say by accident, but it's more to do like a purge, really. And I said, okay, let me try how long I can go without eating. And I thought, wow, I'm gonna die because you don't have any energy because you haven't eaten anything. And that was the actual opposite. I had lots of energy, was hungry as hell, but once the hunger subsided, I was good. So then I started hearing about the benefits to juicing, right? And in coordination with intermittent fasting as well too, right?
Can you please be specific? Some people don't understand. Or like, do you like starve yourself, have juices for a week and don't eat for 2 weeks?
This program just replaced what I would have had for breakfast and lunch with this blended juice that you'd make of the base is spinach, usually spinach and kale, and then a variety of fruits, vegetables, what have you, more fruits than anything else, right? And then the whole thing behind the program is you get up in the morning, you have, say, a cup and a half of juice for breakfast, that for lunch, and then you have solid food for breakfast, right? And if you're on a program, it could be regimented where it's like chicken one day, fish, and so on, and you go through a whole regimen of food for say 30 days.
Okay. So do you live like that, or you just take a month and you do that program? How does that work? How did you implement it for life? Because I want to know the life habits.
After 30 days, so the first thing I noticed the difference was my skin. I noticed a big difference there.
You have a good skin.
Yeah, I've had my issues of skin problems outside everything else, but the first thing that people noticed was that, wow, you look like you're glowing, especially your face.
Let's attach your heavier picture. We'll attach it somewhere here. How about that?
Well, I'd have to try and find one. It's been
You
a while,
will find it, and I will find mine. Mine is just May. I'm like, 20. That's easy.
And then what was the other thing too? Then you get these diets where they say, oh, you need to get how many boxes of spinach in you and kale, and it's impossible to, or how many apples and fruits and vegetables.
Servings,
yeah. Some of these things.
9 servings of fruit.
Sometimes like for you to try and calculate all that, so it's just easier to actually juice it because you could actually get more, I don't say it's more potent, but it seems like it was, and it's the variety of with each juicing, the variety of stuff that you could get in one serving, I guess, right? So when I started doing that, it was very regimented, but then after 30 days, so you could say maybe even 6 months of intermittent fasting in conjunction with juicing, you kind of get a feel for it. So you don't have to follow it so heavily, right? So after doing it for a month, you actually get the gist of it, and it's something where you don't have to follow to the letter, and you just incorporate it into your life. So, you could have times where you kind of go off track a little bit, but then it's easy. I think the difference is that it's easy to go back on versus falling off the wagon totally and falling into obliterate, some type of, diet hell, and gaining back all the weight. Like you kind of know what to do, the adjustments that you need to make to get back on track. So when it comes to the holidays, Thanksgiving, I mean, look at even Halloween. Like you look at the amount of sweet stuff that people eat during that time.
Exactly.
Kids is one thing, but I know adults like to snack and what have you.
Yeah.
And then, but the crazy thing is if you ever try to go back to a full diet where you're actually eating lunch and dinner all the time, like you just feel sick just because you've been eating healthy for so long with smaller amounts of food that it just throws your whole system out of whack. So you really don't want to do it once you start getting into a groove. And then in fact,
you wouldn't want to.
No. And then in fact, it like you eating actually solid food once a day is almost like a regular thing. It's not like you're not getting any nutrients and all that, because if you're juicing alongside, you're still getting nutrients. But your one solid meal a day, you don't even think about it. It's very easy to do.
Absolutely. So how long have you been doing it?
Oh man, I've been probably doing it for like at least 4 years now.
4 years, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah, and I've tested it too, where I'll go and I'll eat, like say big, not a big breakfast, but breakfast, and then go and do like a physical job and want to pass out, I don't want to sleep. And then I'll go and I'll say, okay, I'll fast, I won't eat anything until like I will break fast, say probably around maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock maybe, and I have all kinds of energy.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a lot of people who are actually, well, my family we're doing, but other than my family, I don't know anyone but you who's found a system. Now, does your family support you? Can you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because
all of you cook like that, and
a lot of them have seen the difference and stuff like that. So they've asked, how, what, where, when, how did you do it? But in the end, it takes a little bit of work at first, right? Which is the hard part. That commitment to actually doing it. So even though you tell people, you give them information, it sits on a shelf and doesn't get implemented sometimes,
Yeah.
It takes something like a shift for, these people have to want it, right?
Exactly. But whatever we have discovered, and I'm sure there are other options, but once you have started something and it feels great, then you make it a habit, and then you don't think a single day about it. You just live like that. Right. And very quickly on what I have done, my family, we have tried to implement keto. I was dieting since I was 14, was bulimic, nothing worked. And when diet stops, you gain back. And I thought, well, I just have to starve. And it was starving purging, didn't work. Then I learned that it's important to lower your insulin. We don't have diabetics in my family. However, those insulin levels that make you crave chocolate, that make you crave maybe a lot of alcohol, like those delicious pina coladas and stuff like that. And so first I've learned that if I stop eating those high insulin producing foods, then I stopped craving sweets. That was huge. And then I thought that was enough, but it wasn't, because in this day and age, you're advised to eat every couple of hours. And I ate my insulin foods. I felt much better, but still my weight kept growing, and it was absolutely crazy. It just kept growing, and people said, women after 40, that's it, everyone gains weight, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's because of the change of hormones and and just this summer I have learned that of the positivity of the intermittent fasting, but it wasn't because of the weight, because I've seen a lot of my friends suffer their menopause issues. It's not very exciting maybe for you to hear, but a lot of women, all we talk about, or my friends are talking about some changes that are happening with them. And I've discovered intermittent fasting, and supposedly after 15 hours of not eating, you start 15, 16 hours, you start being in a state of, it's called autophagy, and this is where all the old cells, all the leftovers can be eliminated by the body, and the body starts to heal. So if you do not eat between 16 and 20 hours, and I'm trying to not to eat 20 hours, so my eating window is 4 hours a day.
Right.
So I can eat twice, sometimes I eat once. And so if you don't eat the rest of the time, then I was reaching for my hormones, I was thinking of the future, maybe I'll become healthier. And all of a sudden, I lost 27 pounds. Huh? That was crazy, but I did not count calories. I can eat 2,000 calories a day. I have the slowest metabolism. I did not work out. Yes, we walk with my dog. Everyone knows it's 10,000 steps, but it's walking slowly, looking, taking pictures.
Yeah, no, you gotta get your heart rate up. Yeah.
So, and I've discovered that Rohan as well is practicing intermittent fasting. So, and I just looking at him like, yeah, I want to look like that because I'm on my way, because I think you have achieved your ideal weight. Have you?
Yeah, and I hover at it. It might go up a pound or two, down a pound or two, but yeah.
Yeah. So I still want to drop, I don't know, maybe 15 pounds or so.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought it would be very, very important for people to know, because some people give up. They say, oh, nothing works for me.
Right.
Nothing works for me. And a lot of moms are way over 200 pounds, 250. Some are reaching close to 300.
Wow. Especially nowadays with what's going on in the world.
Yes, and with that weight, depression comes in, less energy, business, what business? And people start either drinking or do drugs or whatever to escape.
Yeah.
So, and you can...
Or antidepressants. Which
Antidepressants, but then again, it's going away. And the, what those stores, weed stores are around everywhere, every corner. You have your escape resources, everything, but dealing with what you can on your own, for free, no pills or drugs, you know?
No, it just takes a little bit of work, which is sometimes what people don't want to do. That's the only thing.
It takes 27 days to make a habit.
Yeah.
If you eat healthy 27 days, I guarantee once you put back cake and Mars bars, you will be sick.
Yeah, you just vomit.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was important to share, and thank you, Rohan, for being here and for sharing this maybe private, intimate experience. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm happy to, it's my place. I'm happy that I could have been here.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for coming.
No, but we talk about business and stuff, and this is, some people don't want to share. People who are selling weight loss are usually after money.
Yeah.
They really don't care if it's healthy or not.
That's true.
And neither of us are selling weight loss. I'm not planning. Are you? Are you planning? No, we're not planning. But the other thing, the great thing is that I'm sure your children can see. My children notice that they shouldn't eat as much junk. So they see, and they might to learn faster and have a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter still likes to eat cake and pasta, but for the most part, she wasn't raised like how I was raised, so she always had a healthy, equilibrium. Right?
Yeah, no.
Well,
my baby, I think he's the same age, Maxi. He's 14, and so he likes his pasta and his pizza and cake, and then it's like, oh, Mom, I got all those pimples. I guess I need to start eating healthy again. So it registers, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish you all the best. We all wish you all the best. And just little habits can be in your favor and can do so much good for you. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, bye.